Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Thanks a lot for having me here. Thanks to Sander, to Ian, to Nitzar, and to Frank. Um, I'm a journalist. I work for Handelsblatt, which is basically the biggest German financial newspaper. You can compare us to the Financial Times or Economist a little bit. And since 12 years, I'm working there as a journalist. And since 2 years, I'm as well, little part of my time, a community manager, because we started our uh, journey into Web3. But before I tell you how we got there, let's take a step back. This is the first newspaper that we printed in 1946, and this is how Berlin looked like in these days. So this is not even Web 1, this is Web 0, I would say. And then 50 years later, we had our first web page. 1996 in November, it got online, and yeah, I don't think that you would even click on it if you see this design today. How our newspaper looks today, this is our Web 2, is totally mobile, totally digital. When I came there 12 years ago, we were still talking about what do we put on the page one, how do we fill our pages. Today, when we have our conference in the morning, we are just talking about slots. What do we publish at 6 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, at 12 o'clock? So we're thinking completely digital. And to give you just a number, we are about 200 journalists, and only 5 are doing the printed newspaper. So basically what they are doing is they pick all the best of digital of the day and put it into our product. Why are we still doing it? Because we still gain money of it. So until we make money of printing the newspaper, we will continue to do that. But just to give you a little number out there too, we have about 120,000 digital subscribers at the moment, and this number is rising and rising. And we have about 40,000 print subscribers that still wait every morning when the snow comes out for their newspaper. Maybe it comes later. So just to compare it a little bit. And today we're doing as well podcasts. We have verticals and newsletters and so on. And 2 years ago, this is my boss, Sebastian, my editor-in-chief. We had a conference and we were talking about trending topics, and he said everybody's talking about these apes and these crypto punks. And is there anybody in the editorial team who likes to write about that? Maybe let's try something. Create an NFT, try to sell it, and write about it. And there was nobody raising their hand. Just the stupid Italy correspondent, me, because I live in Rome since 4 years. Basically, I'm writing about Italian politics and companies and sometimes about finance, but I had no idea what NFTs are. I was a little bit into crypto 1 year before, but it was all new to me. So I had started my deep dive in March 2022, and I saw all these funny pictures, no? The crypto punks, the apes, Fidenzas, ringers. I saw some photographers making some great collections. And my first idea was, okay, I'm a photographer myself. I did some pictures in Rome since I can think about I'm doing as a hobby like photography, you know, never in a commercial scale. And I took some pictures in Rome and I tried to sell it after photoshopping a little bit. And I can tell you, it didn't work out. The second idea was our printed newspaper is being published from Monday to Friday. And every Friday, we have a really nice artwork on the cover. Because it's a weekend edition, it goes more into detail. It's much bigger than during the other days. And we always have a nice design, a nice artwork, which is designed by illustrators, freelance illustrators that work since years together with us. Okay, I've put that onto OpenSea. I tried to sell it. It didn't work out because I didn't have a community. I didn't have nobody who wants to have it. So after 3 months, I wrote this article in our newspaper, which is basically for those who are not familiar with German. It's like how I sold my first NFT and didn't become a millionaire. So In the end, I've sold 2 or 3 pieces, but was only some friends of mine, some German community where I was in, so some people were buying it, but there was really missing something. So what we did then, it was, of course, published as well on our digital channels. What we did in the last paragraph, we put in some utilities. So I don't want you to read all this German, but basically what I did for my Rome photos was adding the utility. Every buyer of a photo gets an aperitivo, which we do in Italy very often, like Aperol Spritz or whatever, or a beer. And yeah, have this as a utility when you buy the photo. And suddenly, after a couple of weeks, I've sold 5 or 6 pictures. And this utility for the covers was a free entry to an event that we are doing every year. It's called Correspondence Evening, where all the editors come together from all over the globe. From 200 journalists, we have about 30 correspondents from Asia to the United States and all over the place. And normally, this is a really strict event for our subscribers. It's limited access, only 150 people, because it's very intimate. You meet the editors, you can talk to us. And what we did was, okay, every holder, every buyer of our new NFT can come for free to this event. And in 3 or 4 days, we sold all the 6 NFTs we met at the beginning, no? the first collection, let's say. So this was a big success. In the end, from these 6 people, only 3 were coming to Düsseldorf, to our headquarters, and we had a nice chat together. But this was this little beginning of our NFT club. We could have stopped here, but my boss, who was really open-minded, I had 3 or 4 editor-in-chiefs in these 12 years, and I can tell you there are many, many old-minded people around. And my boss now is really, really open-minded for technology, for AI. And so he said, no, Christian, just go on, just do it. And don't tell our tech people because they won't understand. Just do it yourself, go on like you did it before. So, and I was thinking, okay, if I have to go on, maybe it's not enough to have these artworks. Let's have this as a benefit forever. So every holder can come as an annual invitation to the Correspondence Evening in Düsseldorf. And last year we did a thing. We had 5 holders coming, and after our official program, we had a nice NFT dinner, drinking beer, and yeah, some Dijon talk. It was really cool. Next week we have our 3rd meeting, our 3rd Correspondence Evening for our holders. We are already 8 holders that come from all over Germany, and we will have this dinner as well. But we didn't stop here. Because Handelsblatt, we are about 1,000 people working in the publishing house. As I said, 200 journalists. And we have 150 people doing conferences, doing big events. So we are one of the biggest event providers in Germany. And it's very, very into the niche sometimes, but we are covering as well all the big industries. So we're doing about 200 events per year. For example, these are all the big events, like Automobile Summit, we have the Banking Summit, we have an AI Summit, where all the industry comes together. In all these years, we're doing this since a lot of years, it become like a meeting of the industry, whatever industry it is. So there are all these CEOs, you can meet the C-level. For example, for the Automobile Summit, we will have the CEOs of Volkswagen, of BMW, of Mercedes. And people are willing to pay, and they're paying a lot. They're paying a bunch of money. So these conferences sometimes cost up to 2,500 euro per ticket per day. And most of the time we are fully booked, just to give you a number of that. So what we tried out with my colleagues was to add this as a second benefit. So all our holders can participate every quarter in raffles. So we raffle always conference ticket, free conference ticket to all these conferences. And the cool thing is that the holders, when they won the raffle, they can choose where to go, because it's spread all over Germany, in the cities, maybe in Berlin, Frankfurt, Munich, wherever. And it depends a lot on the topic. No, if you're interested in automobile, then you don't go to the chemistry summit. And as I said, the value is really from 1.5 to 2.5, so this is really a big thing. And the third benefit that we implemented is a discount on our subscription. So a holder will get a discount. Lastly, it was about 30%, and also some other benefits. Now, this was a Christmas raffle, for example. We raffled out 3 posters of your NFT because all these artworks are one-on-ones. So when you own a cover, it's only yours. And yeah, we want to try to put other benefits on it as well. And here it comes. If you look onto the holder structure, it's maybe the half of them are already readers, so people that are already affected to the brand. And of course, this NFT club is strengthening the brand connection a lot because you win the raffles, you meet the editors. And the other half are Web3 people that maybe never read Handelsblatt before. And for us, it's really a business case because they can become digital subscribers very, very soon. So just to give you some small facts, we have a limited supply that is already and for always clear because it's only 2 covers per month. Because from these 4 covers, not every cover is so beautiful that I would like to mint it. And I want to keep it a little bit exclusive. We do not have floor price talking because we always have a fixed price of 0.05 ETH. And half of mint fees and royalties go over to the illustrators. And for them, it's about, I don't know, 20 or 18 illustrators. No one has a wallet, so it's for me really fantastic to find out how much money to transfer them. But they are very happy because for them it's an additional revenue stream, all freelancers. And yeah, that's how it looks like. Some examples of the collection. As I said, we are minting completely unprofessional, I would say, on OpenSea. I do it with OpenSea Studio, so I don't have a developer in my background. We have many developers for applications for our newspaper, but nobody of them is into Web3. So I'm doing it myself on OpenSea, as you can see. And what we found out, there are many people, many readers that don't have a wallet. We talked about this here on the stage all the day. So what we basically did, another venture that I created is VistaVagabond.xyz. It was another experiment last year where I asked ChatGPT, can you please help me founding a company? And I put in all my interests, all my hobbies, and ChatGPT said, okay, you should sell NFTs, you should sell your photography. My wife didn't believe, but I showed her the extract, and I published the extract as well in the newspaper. It was really the suggestion number 1. So, and yeah, that's what we're doing. We're selling the NFTs as well without crypto. You can pay with PayPal or with a credit card. And then in the purchase process, you can say, this is my Ethereum wallet, and then we will transfer it for you. But there are many people that even don't have a wallet. And one funny example, there's one holder, is over 70. He bought about December, I think. And a couple of weeks ago, he wrote me, hey, Christian, now I made it. I have an Ethereum wallet. And I said, oh, great, this is fantastic. I transferred him the NFT, and it's so funny to see the first NFT he's owning is the Handelsblatt cover. So yes, onboarded another one. That's our mission. My key takeaways, you need a community. And our readers were a strong community. But you have to give some utility as well, because only the community is not enough. And to combine this with RAL benefits, real-life benefits that we have in our company, and for sure in your companies or in other business cases, you will find this utility as well. That's really, really a strong value. And the third thing is gamification. We heard about it here on the stage as well today. Because I have some holders, we have minted 52 covers. At the moment, we have 3 or 2 for sale. And there are some holders that own 2 or even 3, and there's one who owns 4 NFTs, because I'm doing a monthly newsletter and telling them, hey, these are the new covers. And of course, why he's doing it, maybe he likes the artwork. But the main reason is every cover is a raffle entry for the raffles. So if you own 3 or 4 covers, it multiplies the chance to win our conference tickets. Yeah, that's basically my story. I would love if you connect. This is if you scan the QR code, there's no phishing site, or how I learned today, it's QR-ishing, yeah, Ike told us. And it's just a link to the link tree where you find also the link to the NFT Club and all my connections there. So thanks for having me. And whenever you have questions, I think we're running out of time already. I will go there on the corner, and then we can talk maybe after this. Thanks a lot.